Oh yes, that's definitely a memory that I will remember for the rest of my life. And I'm all about creating future memories, as you can see here. And that's a story that represents that quite well. Welcome back to another episode of Takeoff Tuesday. This is episode 20. I'm currently in the Swiss Alps. I'm here for the next 2 weeks and listen to this. It's just so quiet and so beautiful. It's early morning. I just woke up and I was like, hey, let's go for a walk and record another episode. So if you're new here, my name is Joel, and in this show I talk about the bucket list items that I have ticked off with the goal to give you some inspiration, but also some knowledge on how you can tick off your bucket list as well. So in this video, I will talk about how this wing walk became reality, how much I had to pay, and then also, of course, how it felt like to stand on top of an airplane. So basically, on my original bucket list with 100 things that I want to do before I die, the wing walk wasn't part of that, because I wrote this list in 2020 and then I think it was 2023 I've seen a video of someone doing a wing walk and I saw this clip and I was like, why is that not on my bucket list yet? So I was like, let's write it down. And after I wrote it down, I already did some research to find out where can I actually do this. And I found a company in the US that offers that, but also in the UK. And obviously for me, because I'm based in Austria, the UK is the easiest place for me to get to. However, for the price, it's actually quite expensive. They charge you £400, which equals to 475 euros. So I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, that's definitely expensive. It's definitely something that you need to commit to. So I kind of put it on the side again until 2024, or I think it was early 2025 when I was at a friend's place and he showed me that video and it was like, hey, look at this. That looks so cool. I would like to do that. Like that would be something on my bucket list. And the video was from someone doing a wing walk. So this friend, Nick, he was like, I would like to do that. And I was like, me too. We should make it happen together. And then the accountability started, because now it was not only me who wants to do that, but also a friend of mine. Only a few weeks later, I looked into it again and I sent my friend those details, and then we tried to find a date where we both can make that happen. For some reason, that company who offers that wing walk, they only have a few slots available every summer and they sell out very fast. So we had to be very quick and book in advance. I think it was February, maybe March, and we already booked a slot for July. And the other thing is, because we have to fly to the UK to do that, we wanted to make sure that on that day when we had the slot, it's not raining. So we actually found a day where the next day and the day after that also would be possible to do it, because they said that in case it's raining, they could move us to the next day. So we booked our slot for a Friday, and then on Saturday and Sunday, and I think even Monday morning, it also would have been possible to move it to then in case of the bad weather. So then it was all set and we just had to wait for July to then finally go there and get on top of a plane. In terms of costs, I already told you that the wing walk itself costs £400, so 475 euros. And then also to get the video, because there are cameras attached on the airplane, it costs you another £50. So it's very expensive just for the flight itself. And then obviously, because it's in the UK, I also had to book a flight to the UK. Luckily, that's not that expensive. I think it's around 100 euros. But then also, while we are in the UK, we had to get a hotel. So the costs definitely added up. I put an estimate here of what I spent on that trip. Hello! Echo! And then July was finally here and I met my friend in the UK, and we got there, we got the rental car and we drove straight to that airport where we could do this wing walk. And we arrived there with like 2 hours spare, and then we signed the liability things, just in case something happens, and then we were ready to go. And it's funny because we didn't really know how it will work exactly, like do we even have to climb out of the airplane to get to the top while we are flying already? Because I've seen videos from the US where they had to do it like that. But then when we got there, we saw other people doing it and we were able to watch them. And the way it actually worked is that they put you on top of the airplane before the airplane takes off already. So you were already strapped in. So when it was our turn, we had to climb up onto the airplane. They strapped us in and then it was ready to go. Man, look at this. That's a crazy view. Wow. And it's just always so crazy that these kind of experiences, they feel so unreal. I always compare that with a video game. I already did that with when I drove a car on the racetrack, because it's kind of, you're so locked in, this thing just happens and you don't really realize what you're actually doing. I mean, we are standing on the top of an airplane, on the wing. We are strapped to this kind of seat and we are just there and the airplane takes off and then flies around. And you're just like, what is happening? The airplane goes up and down and it just feels so unreal. And even though this was one of the more expensive items that I've ticked off my bucket list, it was definitely worth it. Because that feeling of standing on top of that airplane while flying, that's just something that will stick with me. And now it's a memory that I will remember for the rest of my life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.